Light is Britain's far-right conspiracy theory paper spreading hate and vicious lies. No, that's what the BBC say. The Light is the only national newspaper bringing you the real news and informed opinion on what's really going on today. You can subscribe, order copies, submit articles, and read back issues on our website, thelightpaper.co.uk, and see for yourself why the establishment are so worried about the uncensored truth getting out to people every month. The Light Paper. Not far right, just right so far. Thelightpaper.co.uk.
Scene script. Have you ever pondered the idea of financial independence and early retirement? The notion of not having to clock in at 9 or wrestle with the daily grind? Imagine a life where you're not shackled by financial obligations or a demanding job. It's not an impossible dream, but a reality for those who embrace the FIRE movement. That's financial independence, retire early. Consider the tale of Jane, a woman in her early 30s. Jane was an ordinary person living an ordinary life. She had a 9-to-5 job, a mortgage, car payments, and a lifestyle that was comfortable but hardly extravagant. And like most people, she dreamed of a life where she didn't have to worry about money. Jane decided to make a change. She began by cutting back on non-essential expenses, saving as much of her income as possible. She invested wisely, focusing on assets that generated passive income that didn't require her to trade time for money. Slowly but surely, Jane began to build her financial independence. She was still working, but she was no longer living paycheck to paycheck. She had a safety net, a cushion that gave her the freedom to make choices based on what she wanted, not what she needed. Fast forward 10 years, Jane, now in her early 40s, had achieved her goal. She was financially independent. She had enough passive income to cover her living expenses, and she no longer needed to work to survive. She was free to retire early, to spend her time as she pleased. Jane's story may seem extraordinary, but it's not unique. It's the story of anyone who has embraced the principles of the FIRE movement. It's a tale of discipline, of sacrifice, and of a relentless pursuit of financial independence. To summarize, the key points discussed today revolve around the idea of financial independence and early retirement. It requires discipline and sacrifice, cutting back on non-essential expenses and saving as much as possible. It involves investing wisely, focusing on assets that generate passive income. But most importantly, it requires a change in mindset. It's about seeing money not as a means to buy things, but as a tool to buy freedom. It's about understanding the true value of time and the freedom that comes with not having to trade it for money. This is the essence of the FIRE movement. It's not just about retiring early, it's about achieving financial independence, about gaining the freedom to live life on your own terms. Like Jane, you too can embrace the principles of the FIRE movement and embark on a journey towards financial independence and early retirement. After all, the only thing standing between you and your financial freedom is you.
Ever wondered how much you'd need to save to achieve financial independence? The answer lies within the mathematics of a concept known as FIRE, which stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. The most essential number in your journey to financial independence is calculated by multiplying your annual spend by 25. Notice the emphasis on annual spend, not annual income. This calculation is based on the principle that you need £300 invested for every pound you wish to spend each month in passive income. Hence, your FIRE number is also your monthly spend times 300. This mathematical principle is founded on the 4% safe withdrawal rate, as defined by financial advisor William Bengen. He proposed this rate after analyzing the S&P 500, which typically produces an average of better than 10% growth per year when studied over a period of approximately 30 years. Bengen considered factors such as inflation and market volatility. After studying previous market activity, he concluded that a 4% rate of withdrawal per year would provide for a 30-year sustainable portfolio in the vast majority of cases. So to paint a clearer picture, if your monthly spend is £1,000, then your target for financial independence is 300 times 1,000, or £300,000. Alternatively, if your annual spend is £12,000, your financial independence target is 25 times 12,000, which also equates to £300,000. The first step in planning your financial independence, therefore, lies in understanding your monthly and yearly expenditure. Without this knowledge, it is impossible to take further strides towards your financial freedom. In summary, the mathematics of FIRE revolves around the principle of multiplying your annual spend by 25 or your monthly spend by 300 based on the 4% safe withdrawal rate. Knowing your monthly and annual spend is crucial in determining the amount you need to save to achieve financial independence. Armed with this knowledge, you can then plan your journey towards financial freedom. Remember, the journey to financial independence is not a sprint, but a marathon. Embrace the mathematics of FIRE and take the first step towards your financial independence today.
Good morning, guys. It is 10:44 on Monday the 10th of February 2025, and that means that we've got 2 years and 45 weeks completed of this 8-year FIRE journey. Just a look at the market, as you might say, full screen currently. Things looking fairly flat up at the top there. Let's bring the figures on screen. As you can see, the current market value sitting at 92.50, up a negligible amount today so far, and as things stand, we've 256 shares in the portfolio. Current value roughly 23,700, and that gives us a return on investment of around about 32.5%. So as I just said, we're coming up on the 3rd anniversary of this experiment. How's that for a return on investment, folks? 32.5% after 3 years. You're not going to achieve that with an ISA. Now, it has to be said, there's no guarantee that you'll achieve that with the stock market either. But this does show that it is possible, and it certainly isn't possible with an ISA. Having a look at the statistics a little bit lower down, as you can see for today, basically the market has done nothing but increase, I think, although that increase has been small. And then if we look at the 52-week range, we are still sitting a little bit below the highest point that we have seen for the last rolling year. With that said, let me just draw your attention to Monzo, and there is an affiliate link for Monzo in the description.
I want a bank that makes money easy.
That sounds perfectly reasonable.
And you are?
We're a bank called Monzo.
Oh.
I want a bank that shows me what I spend instantly.
No problem, just give us a go. See?
Can you make splitting bills easy?
Super easy, check this out.
But it's a real faff to sign up.
It takes less than 10 minutes.
Ratio.
You're on.
Can I talk to a real person 24/7?
Of course.
Even now?
Yep.
Even now?
Anytime.
Can you tell me when I'm running a little low on cash?
We certainly can.
Cool. Can I afford these?
You certainly can't, sorry. Can't afford that either.
That's a real shame.
Not really. Time's up, how'd you get on?
It's a draw. Can you help me save for my next holiday?
Oh, how about you set up a savings pot in the Monzo app called Barbados, baby?
Thanks for listening, Monzo.
We're all ears.
We can go now.
Rude. You make Monzo Monzo.
Okay, so just on the topic of affiliate links, there is also in the description for this video a link for Smarty. They are currently offering what they're calling a winter sale. Basically, it's £8 a month. This is sim only, so £8 a month for unlimited calls, unlimited texts, and 50 gigabytes of data a month. That's what I'm on, and I find that I use nowhere near that amount of data, so it suits me down to the ground. Okay, let's have a look at the notifications. Biggest stocks before earnings: McDonald's, ON Semiconductor, Tower Semiconductor, Monday.com, Insight. Elf Beauty down 23% after slashing outlook amid weaker January demand. Take-Two Interactive up 12% despite mixed Q3 results as investors bet big on upcoming game releases. There may be some incoming things in the upcoming game releases, you never know. L'Oreal down 4.5% on sales miss amid ongoing weakness in Chinese beauty market. And Monday the 17th of February is an official holiday in the US and Canada. Let's get the detail on that. The US and Canadian markets will be closed for trading Monday the 17th of February. And yeah, just a quick squiz at the calendar there, so that's so a week from now. That's fine. I was just trying to work out whether there was any chance that I was going to be doing a live that day. I think not. I think I'm due to be working. It'll probably be Tuesday instead. So we've already had a look at the market as things stand. Let's go ahead and put in our weekly investment. If you watch the channel, you'll know that it's £120. That's the amount that I invest every week in the Vanguard S&P 500 exchange traded fund, traded here in pounds on the London Stock Exchange, simply to avoid any additional exchange rate risk. At today's current market value, that's going to buy us roughly 1.3 shares, but not quite. And as I normally point out, this is the practice platform on Trading 212. I do also have a proper real money account, but I prefer to keep that private because I don't want you to see how close or far away you think I might be from financial independence. Yeah, we've got 120 going in. I'm just looking to see what the average purchase price currently is. So it's currently sitting at 69.77. In the past, I had thought it went up by about 11 or 12p. I'm going to hedge my bets this time and say I think it's going to go up 11p today, so that would bring it to 69.88. So nice and symmetrical at the end there, 88. Let's have a look and see whenever I send this through if indeed that is right. Does the average purchase price jump to 69.88? Let's put it through. So it's a market buy. I'm not applying any limits or anything like that. It will just execute at fair market value. Let's send it through and see how long that takes. Okay, so it's just executed there now at 92.49. So 92.49 we traded at. How much did we get? I missed that, but yes, it was 1.29 shares, and that means that we now have 257 shares. They're worth just under 24,000, and the current return on investment is pretty much unchanged, 32.3%, and as expected, the average purchase price did increase very slightly up to 69.88. The reason, of course, that the average purchase price has increased is the fact that basically, as you add more shares to your portfolio and you're buying at a higher price than you were before, then because of the gap between the previous average purchase price and the new market value, when you average that out, now we only bought 1 point something shares, 1.3 shares almost, so 1.3 shares compared to 250 odd shares is going to make very little difference in average terms. And as I say, it's been noted in the past that roughly 11 or 12p increase is what we seem to be seeing these days, in terms of the effect on the average purchase price. It's of no real significance, I suppose, in investment terms. It's just a little curiosity, if you like, on my part, just to see if I can predict it. But yeah, there you go. Nothing really much else to say there, guys, other than if you do enjoy watching the channel, please consider subscribing. As I say, we are coming up on the 3-year anniversary of an 8-year journey, and so far it certainly looks as if things appear to be going to plan. A return on investment of 32% is not bad at all after 3 years. I certainly couldn't have predicted that that's where we would be now. But yeah, as I say, that's it for today. Feel free to give a thumbs up if you enjoyed this one, and other than that, I will be back next week with more. Thank you for watching, and enjoy the rest of your Monday. As I say, probably Tuesday next week. Bye for now.